Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lindsay, the Housewife Historian, and this is my new Housewives 411 YouTube channel. Guys, go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel if you guys don't know me. If you don't know the story, my recent channel that I've been building for a very long time, it's like my baby, was demonetized due to some content that I put out on RHONJ. If you don't know the details, you can go check that out on my other page. But anyone that follows me, guys, go ahead, hit the like button and follow, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to get my same not credentials, but like my same access to lives and videos and content for you guys. The only way I'm going to be able to do that is if you guys like and follow my new YouTube channel. I spoke about this before, guys. I want to be able to keep you guys in free content. I know your For You page looks different. I know that a lot of your favorite bloggers on YouTube have sadly had to make their way over to paid subscription based content because of housewives attacking them and attacking their content and attacking their channels and social media. So guys, in order for me to keep giving you guys the free content, because I know it's hard right now to pay subscription based, I just need you to hit the like and follow button, and let's get into Real Housewives of Orange County. And we're going to talk a little bit. We've got some information, things have come in about Shannon Beador and the Real Housewives of Orange County and what's going on with this alleged DUI. I hope, guys, that we can all find a little bit of grace for Shannon in this moment while she kind of sort of navigates what's going to be transpiring next, because she may have some big decisions that she's going to have to make, and a lot of people feel like she really needs some help. I don't have the authority to make that discretion. All I know is there are plenty of alcoholics that drink and drive and get DUIs, and they're not alcoholics. But if she is sick and suffering, then we surely hope she gets the help that she needs. And with that being said, let's get into things. I also want to start out though and tell you guys that I've been carrying my phone in a pineapple phone case for the last week, because I found this at 5 and Below, and I'm going to see Teresa and Melissa Feaster for their Namaste Bitches podcast. And if you guys don't know, you're going with me. And we're going to be sitting third row, and I'm pretty sure that the housewives are... You guys are going with me, and I'm pretty sure that the housewives are going to be sitting the very first row because it's reserved, and we already know Dolores and Jennifer Aiden are going to be attending, so it'll be for friends and family. The second row will be people we know, of course, and then we will be sitting in the third row. My friend Misty is also going to be attending with us, so I'm going to be bringing her onto my podcast and doing a little bit of a session with her so you guys can get to know her as well. So if you see her in my content over the weekend, she always goes with me to my housewives event, so you guys have seen her before, but now you'll get to hear a little bit about her story. And of course, let's get into Real Housewives of Orange County. So yesterday when I did my live, I talked to you guys about the time of day of the incident. If you guys don't know, TMZ, man, TMZ, page 6, they don't have no shame. And I don't know if Shannon has no working relationship with these news outlets or what, but damn, TMZ has been hard at work. They posted the video from the hit and skip at about 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time this morning. I reshared that for you guys, and also a slowed down clip. When I hit things, I keep going. I don't really stop, but Shannon had to stop, because if she kept going, she would have plowed probably into their house. So it's like on a turn, she makes a turn and she kind of turns it a little too tight, and she hits like the side of these people's house. She backs up, and then she does pull forward, which what looks to be like she is the road. I think she parked in the middle of the road. I really do think that she ended up parking in the middle of the road. And she did have the family dog Archie with her, and a lot of people messaging and questioning about the dog, and Archie seems to be good. Now Jeff Lewis and also, let me tell you about page 6. Page 6 was like, oh yeah, TMZ, y'all got footage from the hit and skip. Well, watch this. They went out to these people's house and took pictures of the shrub and the damage, which really wasn't that much damage, I didn't think, in my opinion, to the house and the area that Shannon hit allegedly. And so that is also, I just posted that on my Instagram, HW Historian too. I mean, these outlets are insane. I'm like, come on, Shannon, you've been on Housewives for how long? You don't got one outlet on D? Like, what the hell? We also are hearing, guys, Jeff Lewis came out in support of Shannon. Heather McDonald came out in support of Shannon. But I could feel Heather McDonald's a little bit really loving this. You know what I mean? Like, she kind of said what I said. I just wrote a blog about it and showed it yesterday on Instagram, that is it the most perfect timing in the world for Andy Cohen right now? Because we know OC reviews are not what they used to be. We know they brought back Heather. She was going to, boost the season. Didn't happen. Then they brought back Tamra. That's sort of been a flop. flop, I mean. And so now with Shannon getting this, like Heather said, it could be a whole recovery journey for her that they could film, getting sober, holistic medicine, yada yada. I mean, really, it gives a lot of opportunity to the show, possibly. Then Heather McDonald came back out with another video when she found out that Tamra called into her podcast, because her podcast obviously isn't done live. I don't know how this happened, guys, actually. That doesn't make sense. But regardless, somehow she called in to the two T's in a pod, and she said that she met with Shannon Sunday. They met on Sunday to talk about the Tres Amigos show, and that Shannon never mentioned the DUI. Now, this means that Shannon's either dripping in privilege, and she really thought that her attorney was going to be able to keep this out of the press. I mean, we know that she is a great attorney. We met the attorney because he came and he represented Gina a couple of seasons ago on the Real Housewives of Orange County when she got a DUI. But I mean, to keep it out of the press, you would have to be freaking God. Come on. I cannot think that Shannon is naive or privileged enough to think that he would be able to keep something like this out of the press, right? One thing else I want to mention, Shannon wasn't released until Sunday morning, which means if she was arrested between, the incident happened at approximately 9:38, allegedly p.m. in Newport Beach, Saturday night, she probably was arrested somewhere around between like 10 and 11, and she must have stayed in the county for a significant amount of time up until Sunday morning. And so whenever she met with, either they did a Zoom meeting or they met in person. I'm assuming they met like online to do this meeting over the Tres Amigos. She probably was still drunk out of her mind. Like, she probably came home and started drinking because you guys think I'm joking, but that's what happened. If she is actually an alcoholic, she came home and started drinking because she was panicked about getting a DUI. I'm dead serious. It's like people that overdose, and then when they get out, they go right back out and overdose again. It's like, I'm not laughing to laugh, but that's like what happens with people because they are so sick-minded in their addiction. So they need it to cope, and because something traumatic has happened, even though it's a result of the coping mechanism, they still resort back to the same coping mechanism because their mind, I think, can't, it's so foggy right now. It's really, really foggy for her, I'm sure. And, we've been hearing a lot about Shannon and late night phone calls, and we hear a lot in the press about her boyfriend and them fighting, and allegedly her calling the other ladies and kind of crying about him. And we've heard about his drunken incidences. Just because he didn't have a DUI doesn't mean we haven't heard about him. If I remember correctly, he was drunk somewhere, acting belligerent at a golf course in Orange County. Orange County, guys, is a small area. It's a rich bitch area, okay, because it's very beautiful there, but it's still a small community of, I didn't mean to say privilege, but of people that have more money than a lot of places in the country, and they have cliques there, right? They got a lot of cliques in Orange County. So the support of Heather McDonald, the support of Jeff Lewis, and allegedly I have to do sort of a correction because Shannon and Kelly were fighting, but allegedly now that they have made up, so Shannon and Kelly are no longer fighting, so I'm sure she'll have the support of Kelly and Rick as well. So with that, I think that will definitely help more than Tamra's friendship ever could help her, to be honest. I mean, according to Tamra was an amazing friend, and she took all these phone calls. I think that Tamra let Shannon be codependent on her because Tamra has her own control and needs and likes to be needed or heard or be asked for advice, whatever it is. They had some sort of codependency on each other, whether Tamra wants to admit that or not. It wasn't all just because Tamra wanted to be a good friend. Tamra was getting something from that too. And I think that if Shannon is going to continue on the show, people are either going to have to call out Bravo and tell them that she needs to get help, or they're going to put her on probation and she's not going to be able to drink. She's not going to be able to be seen drinking. That's going to be a problem, because if she thinks she is privileged enough to get a DUI in Orange County and a hit and skip and nobody's going to find out, she's privileged enough to think that. So I don't know. I think it'll probably be 3 days in a DUI class for her, and probably some suspended probation time and probably a fine, and she'll pay for the damages, and her attorney will apologize for her, and she will get the sweetheart deal of a lifetime. That's my prediction, because money walks and bullshit talks. Is that the saying? And you guys, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and let me know what your thoughts are on Shannon and this alleged DUI and hit and skip.